back to my channel. My name is Damilola. If this is your first time of coming across my video, in this video I just want to show you my workshop. I know some of you feel like I have one gigantic shop, one gigantic store where I make my tutorials or where I produce some of these t-shirts like this. But the truth of the matter is I don't have any. This is my workshop. This is my workshop. This is all I have. This is where I produce. This is where I do my videos. This is where this is where I produce all my jobs. This is where I do my thing. If I don't sew inside, I can even bring it. Sometimes I bring my machine here to sew. Most of my tutorials have been done here on this table. This is where I make my screen printing. And it's essential I share this video with you because I feel like some people are saying they are being hindered with what they have. Like they don't want to start with what they have. They feel they need to have the machine. It's good if you can afford it. It's very, very good. If you can afford a machine, if you can afford a big house to start with. But majority of people, I can boldly say that 80% of people cannot afford to start big. Like somebody like me. At the moment, I don't have all the resources, but I'm able to start. I can take 1,000 t-shirts to print, and I'm going to do everything on this table. Nobody will know. I will do my packaging, do my branding. This is where I do everything. This is where I do everything on this table. With this plank, with this my plank, and the t-shirts, I'm going to show you my ink container. I don't have any shelf where I arrange them. I don't have any big store where I put all of them. Nothing should hinder you. I'm going to be sharing with you how much you need to start your screen printing business in this video, and that is the essence of this, and also to show you that you don't need any gigantic plate. If I want to do sit down video, sometimes I sit down here, sometimes I stand here. So I don't know what you want to start this year that you feel you need heaven and heart. Work with what you have. Work with what some people, they need the machine, they need this. I don't have any machine. The only machine that I have is iron. That is what I have. Am I planning to expand? Of course, yes. Very soon, by God's grace. But at the moment, this is what I can afford. This is what I can work with. Forget this container. At the moment, this is what I can work with. This is what I can afford. I remember when I made this table. I made this table like 4 years ago. I made it for 3,500 because I have one. 4,000. That's when I make this table. You see, it's not fancy. You can see that it's already tearing apart, but it's still useful for me. Sometimes I just put white fabric or any fabric I want to use here, and I produce my video. I don't have any fancy gadgets. Nothing should stop you from starting anything you want to start. Your screen printing, you don't need any shop to start screen printing. Just this small space is enough for you. You have a passage like this. Sometimes I wash my screen here. I'll show you how I do my washing now. Here, you know there's no tap here. So I'll show you how I do it. So sometimes I wash my mesh here. Sometimes I wash it in the bathroom, and that is it. I'm able to produce. You can see my hanging rope here. This is where I dry some of it. This is where I dry my t-shirts. Yes, you can see. It's just as basic as this. It's so simple. So let me show you my ink container. So this is my ink container. This is it. This is where I put my, see this my clothes. I'm sure you are used to this clothes. This is what I used to cover the table. And this is this. Is there anything fancy in this? There's nothing fancy in this. You can see everything I do. All those producing bags, producing everything. After stitching it, I just do it. You don't need anything more than all these things. Let me show you my mesh. These are all my mesh. This is what I have. These are all my mesh. These are all my mesh. I don't have any fancy thing. I constructed all this mesh by myself. I constructed everything myself. If I want to wash my mesh sometimes, this is how I do it. This my body is very important. This is it. There's nothing fancy in this. I don't have any big tab somewhere. I don't have any fancy things. This is the bucket. This is the only mesh that I bought ready-made. This is the only mesh that I bought ready-made. All these meshes I constructed them myself. You don't need much to start. You do not need much to start. If you want to start your business, start it. Thank God for the life of people that can afford the machine. Thank God for their life. If you can afford it, go ahead. If you can afford a room that is segregated for only screen printing, good. But I'm talking to you that don't have it like me, that can't afford it like me. For now, start. You don't need to wait for anything. I just carry my sponge. This is the sponge. You can see this is nothing fancy. Just carry water, pour it, and I'm good to go. This is all what you need to start your screen printing business. You don't need too much. Start today. Start today. Start today. So let me just give you the cap of the expenses of all these things, because I got a specific question. Someone was asking, how much do I need to start? With all these things that I've shown you, you know that you don't really need much. Okay, for a start, you don't need too much of screen. It was when I started making colored screen, a bit multicolor, that I started buying all these screens, as in constructing plenty screen. This was what I usually use, and that's why I construct this big screen, because sometimes I make two designs. I make here, I make in this place also. You understand? It's very big. I would advise that you buy a very big screen. If you are buying a screen very big, this screen will be like, if you are buying something like this size, although you cannot get this size in market unless you construct it by yourself as big as this, but you can get something similar, not as big as this. You can get it for like 3-5. Within that range you can get it. This one, just get one big open mesh and one big fine mesh. Okay, buy one in case this is for fabric, open mesh is for fabric and all. Then if in case you want to start practicing on or printing on nylon and all, so you'll be able to use it for that also. With your mesh sorted out, you know, let's say you are buying mesh of like 2,500 or 3,000 and you are buying two, open mesh and fine mesh. Let's just say that one is 6,000. You get it. So we are talking about how much you need in total to start your own screen printing business, right? So you need that. Then you need inks. You need inks, okay? So to start with, I would say just buy in batches. Buy the one you need at the time. Now you are just starting and you now say, oh, I want to invest. Now you now go and buy plasticine ink, you buy water-based ink, you buy vinyl, you buy poly speed, and you just kept it at home. I won't advise you do that. But if you are starting the way I started, just buy little. You can just buy small container at a time depending on your job. Just buy maybe like 500 naira plasticine ink, 500 naira water base, you know. Buy in batches, the one, and then don't buy vinyl or poly speed and keep it at home, unless you have a very tight container that you can put it in, because it will dry. Holy Spirit dry very, it will just stick together, or vinyl ink, it will just dry. So don't do that. So we are just talking generally how much you need now. You need 6,000 naira to buy your merch. You need some inks. In general, in total for the inks, just budget like 5k for it, 5,000 naira for to buy the inks. Then you need squeegee. You need squeegee. This is squeegee. This one, when I got this one was 1.5. When I got this one, because this is like silicone squeegee. You can see the way this place is, you can see. So it's more expensive. If you are buying something bigger than this, of this size, if you are buying silicone squeegee of this size, it's 4,000. It's expensive. So you can, I would advise that you get silicone. This one will last you longer. Don't buy this one. This one is in fact, it's bad. It's not good. Don't buy this. Anything rubber like this, don't buy. Okay, then you need emotion. Okay, emotion is also chemical. You need like 500 naira emotion if you are starting to practice, what to practice with. But if you already know what you are doing and it's your business, you can, buy as many that you want. Also, you will need tape. You are going to be needing tape, very important. This tape is like 1.5 now, or 1,000. This tape. You will need dichromates. Okay, you can also get like 500 naira dichromates if you are starting to practice. I'm just talking about what you need to practice. You can also buy dichromate of 500, and you also need retarder. Retarder of 1,500 naira is also okay. Then you need detergents, any detergent of choice. You also need any bleaching agent like hypo, like jig, all those things. You need scissors. Basically, that is just what you need. Everything I just mentioned now is not up to 20,000 naira that you need. Then you need a table like this. You need a table. You can just get a carpenter to make it for you. The table does not need to be this big, depending on what you are working with. But because myself, I still use it to make some other videos. You need plank. You need something like this. You can always get something like this in sawmill, in any sawmill. Just get something like this, very small. This one is very cheap now. You can get this one for like 500 naira, so that you'll be putting your t-shirt inside. Basically, that is what you need. Generally, I would just say 15,000 to 20,000 naira to start with your fabric, with your material. Then you will need t-shirt to practice with, or any fabric. And I would advise, if you are practicing, don't use quality t-shirt or something like that. Just get maybe all these old t-shirt or old fabric, or some pieces of fabric to work with, so you won't ruin any of those things. What else? I think I've really talked about a lot of things. So you can see, this is my workshop. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. There's a tutorial of how I made these t-shirts on this channel. You can check it out. I made the video here. So you can also make this type of thing. You can see this is 4-color t-shirts, and you can see how it's popping and it's looking so nice. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.